Eating bugs may not sound appealing, but the health advantages to your body, and the environment as a whole, are indisputable. Cricket protein is available in a variety of forms, including flour, chips, bars, and even whole as a delicacy. Although the tradition of eating insects dates back thousands of years, notably in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, this trend has been steadily entering the Western culture. Globally, the most commonly consumed insects are beetles, 31% of total insects ingested, caterpillars, 18%, bees, wasps, and ants account for 14% consumed, and grasshoppers, locusts, and crickets are 14% consumed. Edible insects can help meet rising food demands as the world's population grows to 9 billion people by 2050. Here are 5 reasons why eating insects can be a good idea for you. Insects are a high-quality protein source. Edible insects, such as grasshoppers, crickets, mealworms, and locusts, are particularly high in protein, and are useful alternative protein sources, according to research. The majority of edible insects have a high protein content. In general, edible insect protein concentration ranges from 10 to 25% by fresh weight, which is higher than plant-based proteins, and comparable to, if not higher than, free weight protein content in shrimp, 13 to 27%, and beef, 16 to 19%. However, depending on the species, the insect protein content might range from 60 to 77% by dry weight. Most importantly, edible insects not only have high protein quantity, but also, they have very high protein quality. For example, insects are complete protein, they providing the 9 essential amino acids that we human body needed for our personal health and muscle building. Currently, scientists are focusing on investigating the insect protein digestibility and bioavailability to determine the protein or amino acids utilization efficiency, and explore how to use them to develop sport nutrition for gym goers. Insects are a source of healthy fats. Although fat quality varies by insect species, and is influenced by what the insects have been fed, the feeding substrate would alter the insect's nutritional profile. Insects can be a source of both polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fat, so we might say they are what they eat. In general, the fat content ranges from 13 to 33%. They are also high in omega-3 and 6 fatty acids, and low in cholesterol. Long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids like DHA and EPA, which are plentiful in fatty fish like salmon and tuna, are unlikely to constitute a substantial supply of these acids. The omega-3 decreases muscle protein breakdown through improvements in insulin sensitivity, and is also beneficial for joint lubrication. Therefore, if eating the cooked edible insect as a whole, the fat content would make it flavor really appeal, and also, the fat is much healthier than any other saturated fats in animal-based protein sources. Apart from the gross appearance, the cooked insect can be tasty, especially with herbs, spices, and seasonings. In 2018, I personally went to London Food Matters live exhibition, and have opportunity to try different insects. In general, crickets taste like having the aroma of popcorn, mealworms tastes like roasted nuts, the grasshopper tastes like shrimp. This makes sense, as some bugs are growing in water. Even the lobster can be considered as giant insect, but just recent years, lobster gradually become popular in Western countries. Of course, due to the shelf life consideration, the food industries may apply necessary processing steps to remove the fat content to produce a defatted insect flour for further use. Insects are a source of fiber, which is not present in beef or lamb. The exoskeleton of insects is made up of chitin. It could be referred to as an insect's shell. The human body recognizes this complex polysaccharide as dietary fiber, which means it passes through the gastrointestinal tract without being digested. Chitin is a great source of insoluble fiber when eaten. Chitin's fiber, in fact, has prebiotic benefits for the gut flora. This means it promotes the growth of beneficial microorganisms in the body. Antioxidant effects have also been discovered in certain chitin derivatives. Of course, now, more scientists are still focusing on exploring more potential health benefits of insect chitin. Insects provide micronutrients. Insects are high in various micronutrients, such as copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, selenium, and zinc, as well as several B vitamins including vitamin B12 and vitamin D, if insect farmed under UV light condition, according to scientist evidence. They may also include folic acid in rare situations. These micronutrients can help support muscle health and growth. For example, vitamin B12 helps your body produce red blood cells, which are responsible for delivering oxygen to the muscles, and also ensure the brain and muscles communicate efficiently. Magnesium plays a vital part in muscle contraction and helps to boost your energy levels and reduce muscle cramps. Most importantly, some insect species have shown different health benefits and functional values. For example, silkworm has shown anti-aging, immunity enhancement effects. It is far better than conventional meat protein sources. Insects are sustainable. Insect farming needs less land, space, and water resources consumption, but have a very high feed-to-protein conversion efficiency, and with less carbon footprint. For example, to produce 1 kilogram of protein, cricket is 2.1 times more efficiency than chicken, 4.3 times more than pigs, and 12 times more efficiency than cattle. Also, insects have high supply. Today, more than 1,900 edible insect species across the globe, and the total biomass of the edible insect is 10 times greater than all vertebrates combined. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) has announced that eating insects has been recommended by scientists as a means to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and address global food shortages and climate change. Now we understand, edible insect has many benefits, but what are the challenges? What hinder them become the mainstream foods or protein sources for us? The first reason is that consumers' acceptance, for example, the yuck factor. Most of consumers may feel scared or disgusted about eating insect. This is common. However, we have to know that, historically, in ancient times when foods are scarcity or with uncertainty supply, our ancestors already started to eat insect as normal foods or snacks. This was thought as delicious and nutritious food or snacks. But, with the society development, ancestors gradually learned how to farm the crops and domestic livestock. Eating insect is not essential anymore and also not the only option. Instead, they treated insects as pests, as they destroy farmers' crops. But today, we already forgotten this. In Europe, edible insect rarely become one of the mainstream foods for a long time, but now, scientists and governments start to gradually promote it again. However, this yuck factor situation may be improved. Insect protein, used as raw or whole insect, either roasted and fried, or coated in bars, candy, chocolate, cookies, snacks packs and others, may be not the only option. Food industries also use insect powder or flour to produce baked goods such as breads, muffins, or protein bars, and snacks without visible insect to improve acceptance. For example, EXO cricket protein bars, Eat Grub chocolate protein bars, and other food or supplement applications. Second, legislation and relevant regulation for novel food ingredients. Insects are not yet fully approved as food within EU and UK, although several insect species are being sold. Today we see that, in most of countries, especially in Asia, such as Thailand, China, Japan, insect has been normally eaten as street foods. However, when they are processed into packed foods, it needs more strict safety assessment for approval. To date, crickets, grasshopper, mealworms and/or silkworms are legally approved to be developed as processed packed foods. But it has a bright future that more insect species to be approved to be used as food by the European Commission with the efforts of the protein research-related organizations. Third, food allergy. Ingestion of insects can induce allergies in sensitive humans. The people with seafood allergy are at risk for developing allergy reactions to the consumption of insect, such as mealworms-derived products. In fact, the vast majority of people eating or exposure to insects do not pose significant risk of causing allergic reactions, especially if the individuals have no history of arthropods or insect allergy sensitivity. 4. Cost and availability. The price can be more expensive due to less availability, but they can be more tasty and nutritious, which is high in protein, unsaturated fatty acids, minerals, and vitamin B. Today, more and more consumers become health conscious. A new survey, reported from Food Navigator, USA, suggests gym goers are more likely than other consumers to try products made with insect protein. A study from UK gym group Pure Gym found that 35% of gym goers would be prepared to try edible bugs as a source of protein. This figure that rises to 47% of people who exercise daily, compared to just 21% of occasional exercisers. So, the question is, are you going to try the insect as well? You can leave your answers in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked, you can click on the like button and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time.